Who loves the drama? Well, we've got a Game 7, and it is all on the line for the Cavs and Pistons tonight. And while we're counting down to tip-off from Detroit, we will be joined by the MVP winner live here on Prime on this final night of the conference semifinals. And of course, with the NBA Finals getting closer by the day, there's that beautiful Larry O'Brien trophy right here at Stage 11. Also here at Stage 11, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem. I'm Taylor Rooks.
Fired up.
You all know a little...
Yeah, Dirk.
You're ready. You all know a little something about Game 7s, by the way. You all have a combined 21 games of Game 7 experience. So what comes to mind when you think of Game 7, UD?
Savage. Who's going to be the most savage? Game 7 comes down to a savage mentality. I mean, look, coaches, toss these out.
Toss these out.
That doesn't matter. Toss those out right now. It's going to come down. All adjustments have been made. All rotations are set. It's not going to be what's on you. It's going to be what's in you in Game 7 right now. That's what it's going to come down to.
Talk to him.
This has nothing to do with coaching. You had 6 games to figure this team out. They figured you out for 6 games. Who is going to break? That's what Game 7 comes down to me. Who is going to show that weakness? Who is going to break? Every rebound has to be personal. Every defensive assignment has to be personal. If they leave you open, Thompson, it's personal. Everything is personal in Game 7.
Yeah, Game 7s are the best. I will always remember 2006. We went to San Antonio and had one of the best games of my career. It was so fun, probably the best atmospheres I've ever been a part of. And I'll just never forget, we were staying in a hotel at the Riverwalk that afternoon. And, you know, they do these boat tours on the Riverwalk. So every 5 minutes, the fans would scream, "Go Spurs, go." So we could not take our pregame nap. It means so much to the fan base, to the players. The atmosphere is fantastic. This is the best time.
He's fired up.
Yeah, he's ready.
As you can tell, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, you all have winning records in Game 7s, but Steve Nash, the only one that is undefeated.
What? What does he want to know?
He's a tall hater.
You've won 4 of those things. So we have a lot of drama in store tonight. Let's look back at how we got to this Game 7. It was all Detroit in the first 2 games of the series. The top seed in the East taking a 2-0 lead on their home floor. But in Game 3, the Cavs shot 58%. Then in Game 4, Spider scored 39 second-half points, and in Game 5, they got their first road win of these playoffs. The Pistons were facing elimination in Game 6, but handed Cleveland their first home loss of this postseason to set up this decisive game in the Eastern Conference semis. So just to set the stage here, we have the Pistons trying to make their first Eastern Conference Finals since 2008. We have the Cavs trying to reach their first conference final since 2018 and first without LeBron since 1992. Just how huge is this moment for both teams, Steve?
Well, I think for Cleveland, you know, their mental makeup is really under the spotlight right now. I think poise, and when I say poise, it's about playing with emotion. Like UD said, playing with edge, about being able to control it, right? Being able to not be emotional, but play with emotion. So I think for them tonight, they have to play with emotion. They have to fight. They have to scrap, but they can't get either overstimulated or understimulated, which I think we see. They were flat in Game 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for Detroit, you know, everybody talks about Game 7s being about the stars, but really, Cade has been so consistent for them. He's shown up game in and game out. To me, this game should be defined by some of these role players. Can you go get loose balls? Can you get deflections, steals, dive on the floor? All those things are going to matter. And this is a great example of a young team working so hard during the regular season, because in these Game 7s, you fall back on your habits, and they have built the correct habits throughout the season. So for them, just come out and play your game. Make it ugly. If it's ugly, I feel like Detroit has the advantage.
Yeah, well, someone who has shown up for them in moments is Danish Jenkins. He's been a good contributor for the Pistons during this series against the Cavs. And earlier, our Cassidy Hubbarth caught up with him.
Danis, you all are 4-0 in closeout games of this postseason. What is it about this group that seems to elevate when the stakes are at its highest?
I mean, I think it's just, like I always say, man, it just shows our true character. That when our backs are against the wall, we have no option but to come out and fight. And that's just been our mentality the whole year, you know what I mean? It's just us against the world, so why stop now?
The Pistons haven't been to the Eastern Conference Finals since 2008. What does it mean to have Game 7 at home with the chance to be the team that changes that?
Yeah, I mean, it's something we've been working for all year. I mean, like I said, our final goal is not the Eastern Conference Finals. It's bigger than that. So it's just about coming out, playing the right way, bringing that energy and getting the job done.
Well, this time last year, you were at home during the playoffs on a two-way deal. Now you're expected to be a key contributor to this Game 7. When you think about your journey, what do you reflect on when you head into one of these biggest moments?
Man, I just think just stick to the stuff that got me here. You know what I mean? I am enough. I don't have to do nothing more or nothing less. I just got to come out and be me because that is enough.
Well, thank you so much for your time and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, it's time now for the Drive to Tip Up presented by CarMax. And, ooh, these bigs, they got to show up tonight, UD.
Yeah, just especially for Jalen Duren, I think he's figured it out. I think he understands how to impact the game. The last couple games, he's had 10-plus rebounds. They're 4-0, so his effort and his energy, the ball is finding his energy. And on the other end, I need Evan Mobley to continue to attack Tobias Harris. You see Tobias' offensive numbers are going down. Sometimes when you attack a guy on the defensive end, his offensive numbers go down. So continue to dominate that matchup and also get other guys involved because he's been a hub for them offensively.
Yep, lights are bright. It's time. All right, coming up, we are going to officially announce the winner of the Kia NBA MVP Award. SGA, Jokic, and Wemby, the finalists. And the winner will be joining us next, right here on Prime.
NBA on Prime pregame is presented by CarMax.
Oh, man, fellas, QR code is obviously MVP Cade. MVP Cade Cunningham is necessary to lead the charge, and then they need to go out there and they need to force turnovers. They need to lead with their defense. They're at home. They need to play with the home crowd, getting into it early. And then the role players, man, we all know and everybody says that the role players play much better at home, so they need their role players to be great defensively. They need them to add three-point shooting and defense for them, but also – you think about it, the last game, the bench had 48-19. That was a big difference in the Game 6, so they need their bench to come big for them and scoring again tonight.
Okay, so we've talked about the Pistons side of this. Tim, what's at stake for the Cavs this evening?
A whole lot. I mean, there's a ton on the line for Cleveland in this game. They came into this season as co-favorites with the Knicks to make it out of the East, make it back to the finals for the first time ever without LeBron. They can make the conference finals for the first time since 1992 without LeBron James with a win today. And for Donovan Mitchell in particular, there's a ton on the line in this game. This is a guy who's made the playoffs a whole lot in his career. He's never made it out of the second round. These guys have the more talented team, the more experienced team. He and James Harden have both been in the playoffs, obviously plenty. They both had a lot of playoff disappointments. For both of them, this would be massive if they could break through and make the conference finals. And if the Cavs don't, I would expect a lot of changes this offseason. So a huge game for a lot of people in this franchise. We'll see if they can get a win in Detroit tonight.
More seasoned, more talent, like you say there. QR, though, the Cavs, despite that, 4.5-point underdogs in Game 7, of course, on the road. So what's the QR code for Cleveland to pull off an upset?
Not much different from Detroit, fella. QR code for Cleveland, like you need Donovan Mitchell to be special. You need a dominant performance from him. But not only him, you need James Harden to be efficient. You need him to take care of the ball and keep his turnovers down, because when he's able to do that, they get more possessions and they do better without turning that ball over and getting Detroit into transition. And also, you got to go out there and you got to limit the Detroit bench. I just talked about how the Detroit Pistons had 48-19 in bench scoring last game. Cleveland has to come out and counter that. They have to defend that, and their bench players have to be better, and they need big-time three-point shooting from Strus and others.
3&D is going to get it done. We'll see who advances for a chance to get beaten by the New York Knicks. That is Q Rich and Tim Bontemps. We appreciate you both. Thank you.